Hello YouTube, this is RexAngel2777. I wanted to show you my Graceful Chameleon habitat and the products you use for building the basic cage or habitat of your Graceful for your chameleon or Graceful chameleon, whichever chameleon, doesn't really matter. We're going to start off with the bottom, which you put at the bottom in the beginning after you're done, either if you bought it or made it. I made this cage with my mom. It was it's a good size. We made it from scratch. But this is the bottom. You use plantation soil, Exoterra's plantation soil, or the cocoa husk. I'm using the cocoa husk temporarily. I'm saving the plantation soil for breeding because my Graceful Chameleon is a female. She's back there. She's to the age of where you can breed. This plantation soil, you basically put it at the bottom of your breeding carrier. Now this I'm using for a cricket habitat-like thing to raise my crickets in. That way they last longer because I get 2 dozen at a time. Now I use the Fluker's cricket diet. It's a gut loader makes the crickets more nutritious and healthy for your chameleon. And I used Fluker's cricket quencher, kind of tongue twister, but I ran out and they actually liked it, like going in there, so I put it inside their little carrier. And I use Exoterra's powder supplement calcium. This is for health of your chameleon. You just put a couple crickets inside of like a cup or container. Make sure you put a hole so they can breathe in. I put a hole right there, just one. Not so large where they can get out before you even put the powder in there. And when you put them in there, make sure you shake. Don't shake too hard though. You don't want to kill them. That would be a waste. And shake them just a little bit. Put your finger over the hole. That way no powder spills out. And make sure you just shake them good enough. After you do that, put them in there. And cup feeding I recommend is great for when you put calcium. That way the crickets don't stay in there for 24 hours. If they do stay in there within 24 hours with the calcium on there, the calcium will wear off and it won't have the same effect. It won't have no bad, other health bad stuff. But make sure you mist your chameleon if you do have a heat lamp on. This is made for chameleons. I don't have like a regular house heat lamp, but make sure it's a good distance away. If you know your chameleon's going to stay in one place, make sure it's a good distance away from your chameleon so it doesn't dehydrate them. And another good thing is the little dripper. I do not have that. I'm planning to get that. Fogger is pretty good. I also use a mister. It's great. You just mist down your chameleon, the cage as well if it was pretty hot, because you do want to have a UVB light in there. I use a window. You just open the window, get the UVB rays in for about 8 to 10 hours. Or until the sun goes down. It works great. Your chameleon turns out more healthy, doesn't have bone disease or anything like that. It's perfect. Now let's get to the basic inside of the cage. What I used. These are actually regular branches from outside, and then you wrap them in artificial leaves or plants. That's a real plant actually. That's a dwarf umbrella tree. It works perfect. She loved it. But you can also use artificial plants. Like I use artificial vines or like a cluster of plants in one area, and it works great for hiding. They like to blend. Now I know veiled chameleons do turn different colors. Python or something like that. Python chameleons do wonderful colors. I saw them when I went to Repticon. They had like really great colors, like the Colby galaxies, like those kind of colors. They were just magnificent. But I did get the Graceful Chameleon. It was $20. Senegal's only last 2 years. I did have one. It died. It was kind of sad. His name was Rango. But I have a Graceful now, and she has lived with me for about a year to a year and a half. Let me get her down for you to see her. She is getting kind of angry because she's in the breeding stages. When females are in the breeding stages, they get kind of moody. Just like in real life, women get kind of moody when they're in pregnancy, or just before pregnancy. But anyway, let me get her out. Here she is. She is beautiful. Her name is Beans from the movie Rango. She's a nice color of green with some black spots. That is anger. But when they're ready for mating, you will know they will show either orange or yellow spots. Here, let's put her back. That way she doesn't get too angry. She's not pregnant. I am looking for a male to breed her with. So if you know anybody who has a graceful male chameleon, or if you have one, I am willing to, like, have him over or whatever. And I have that breeding carrier, as you saw. I got this from outside, and then I wrapped it in vines, which are great. They're artificial plants. They work wonderful. And then this is hanging down from the top of her habitat. It works great. I recommend getting one that hangs down. They will live in it and have it for a long time. The only time they will come down is for drinking. That's why I have this. She licks water off of this and this, either one. She also comes down for feeding. Remember to put the calcium on there. That way the food is 100% healthy for them. It's going to work out great. And yes, that is how I set up. Sorry, that was just the door closing. Make sure your chameleon isn't in range of your door closing. It could kill them. That was the video for my chameleon habitat, graceful chameleon that I have. And thank you. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.